All right, welcome out to the field. Got a special guest here with us today. Saul's over there. We are going on a special trip, and Paul is going to explain what we're doing out here in the snow.
Today is March 29th, 2024. So right about 14 years ago, Saul and I buried a cache point a little ways behind me. It's in a place that we can't drive to it, and I'm in no condition to walk that far. So Roy and Saul are going to go down there, dig it up, and then we'll all take a look at it and see how it's fared in this kind of environment after 14 years. So, have fun with that.
All right.
Okay, so here we are out in the woods looking for the cache box. And it snowed, so we're having a little bit of difficulty finding it. Obviously, the ground always looks different under the snow, different time of year, etc. So with modern technology nowadays, and phones and Terrain Navigator Pros and all kinds of different mapping systems you can put on your phone, then you can GPS it and hopefully walk back to, within a few meters of it. But anyway, we got Paul coming out to help us. We had to get the vehicle a little closer, and hopefully we'll find this thing pretty soon. All right, so we got Paul to come out here. We had to drive the truck a little closer. We got Saul doing the digging. Paul knows we're in the right area because there's a good sign that we've been here before. I'll just leave it at that.
Now, a really important thing to burying a cache point is you can't bury it by any kind of marker that might move. Like if you look at this stump, someone might just roll that away and then your marker is gone.
Hold on.
You have to bury it in a place that isn't marked, but where you absolutely know where it is. And unfortunately, I can only narrow it down to about a 5 by 8 foot square. So Saul's gonna dig around and find it.
And we're not going to bore you with that. So we'll be back in a minute. Here's Saul coming back after dropping Paul off. So he's safe and warm.
Good time.
And we have found the cache box. Let me move in closer. And it was about a foot deep, maybe a little deeper. Sorry, my camera works no good. Anyway, there we go. It is a green military ammo type box. Of course, it's snowing on us. So we're going to finish digging it out. I let Saul have the pleasure of pulling it up since he's the one that put it in the ground. And then we're going to carry it back and open it with Paul. All right, stand by.
Now we're back on our range, and we're on the porch of the range house, and we've got our cache point box, and I'm going to get out of the way and let Roy and Saul break this thing open, and we'll see what we've got in here and just how bad a condition it's in.
All right, welcome back. Had to go get a pry bar. So we now have it open, or almost open. I'm going to let Saul, because it's his deal, open it up.
Wasn't all my deal.
No, but let's see what we got. First thing we got is an MRE that's stuck in there.
And it looks like it's in the same shape it was put in there. Dry. Look at that, 2001.
Okay, so Paul was smart enough to label it,
Yep.
2001. So
Look at that.
at least that's when these are from. Now,
No moisture in here whatsoever.
Okay, we're just going to set these down here out of camera as we go through it. Well, no wonder it was so heavy.
Look at that. Water bottle.
Okay, just like the day it was put in there.
And holy cow, look at that. That's my, I believe this is my Rossi double barrel, single barrel shotgun with interchangeable 22 20 gauge barrels in, oh my goodness, look at that. Perfect condition.
That it is. And it's got both barrels with it, right?
And it's got a 22 and a 20 gauge barrel.
Okay, well, they can't see you right now, so go ahead and have a seat.
Apologies.
There you go.
Yeah.
And here's the other barrel, and it is absolutely
mint condition.
No rust anywhere.
That is
no
crazy.
spider webs down the barrel.
No.
The inside of this is dry. And again, this has been almost, 14 years, somewhere in the area of 14 years. So that's cool. Now we're going to see, because I think down in here, Paul tells me there's ammo in here somewhere.
Yes.
So we're
And
gonna.
I don't think we're gonna have any trouble shooting this ammo.
But we're gonna test it and find out. So let's keep digging. See what else you guys put in
Pull
here.
it on out.
There is 22 ammo, but that's not in a box. That's just in a baggie with a.
With some, we've got some cleaning
Patches to absorb
here,
moisture. Gold trioxane compressed fuel. The big bars. You can't even get these anymore. Some guys would really go after these.
Yes. More MREs.
Well, we're not going to starve to death.
Definitely not.
Again, no wonder it was so heavy. You put at least a case in there.
Oh, we got Go towels.
Okay. Which are 100% cotton,
just
individually wrapped, moist washcloths. Okay. What else
more
we got?
trioxane.
Okay. Well, because these MREs are so old, they probably don't have heaters in them, but.
We have a scarf.
Okay.
And it's dry. There's not a lick of moisture on there.
No. It's cool, but it's not wet. And of course, it's a metal can and it was buried in the ground, so no mice, no anything, no animal damage to it. 20 gauge ammo.
Look, those boxes look brand new.
Yep, we got, just for the record, we've got 20 gauge buckshot 3-inch Magnum.
There you go.
20 gauge buckshot. It says buckshot, number 3 buck. This one is Federal Power Shock, number 2 buck with 18 pellets, 3-inch Magnum. Remington green and yellow box, buckshot, 20 gauge, 2 3/4 inch, number 3 buck for 20 pellets. And then this one is the same thing. So a knife that's in brand new condition.
Looks like it just came out of the box.
Okay. And green and yellow box, brand new looking, man. The
20 gauge.
Yeah, it's 20 gauge. But I was checking inside. So yeah, it looks brand new.
Emergency sleeping bag.
So this one's going to be 20 gauge, 2 3/4 inch, 2 3/4 dram equivalent, 1 ounce of shot, number 6 shot. So small game, etc. So we've got buckshot if you wanted to take a little bit bigger game.
Look inside. No moisture whatsoever.
Okay.
Crazy.
So we're going to cut. We're going to get reset just a little bit. Pick up our stuff here and do a little bit of test firing off the porch to make sure this ammo is going to work. But I'm pretty sure it's going to work.
I have no doubt it's going to work.
The firearm had no marks on it at all.
Nothing.
The only question would be the 22 ammo, but I don't know why we even question that. There's no moisture in it. There's not a drop of moisture anywhere. So give us a minute to get reset and cleaned up, and we'll be right back.
Okay, we saw the stuff that was in there. Now, something that I put in there at the time was these moist towelettes. And in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have, because if these had leaked, it could have ruined everything in there. But they didn't leak. Now, I'm certain some of you have noticed that we have these really great trioxane fuel tablets, but no way to light them. Okay. We'll use our cheap $1 knife that was in there, and we'll open up this MRE. And what I was counting on was that the accessory pack in MREs has a book of matches. Now, they're just paper matches in a matchbook, so they're the cheapest kind of matches. But trioxane fuel is really easy to light. So right now, I'm in quite a breeze. And the temperature out here is about 37 degrees. And right this minute, I'm really appreciating the scarf that was in our box. So let's open this up and see if I can use my MRE match in the wind to get our trioxane fuel lit. As I said, the cheapest matches. And our trioxane fuel is burning. There you go. And these matches are in perfect condition, which seems that everything in the box was. So let's go see how our ammo works. Now, before we go see how our ammo works, it just so happens what is in this particular MRE but a toaster pastry. How's that for coincidence? And this thing, even though it is now over 20 years old, my condition makes it very difficult for me to eat sweets. I'm going to tell you, that's about the best tasting thing I have eaten in the last year. I don't know whether to laugh or cry at what a miracle of science this is.
So this is a Rossi youth model 22 long rifle, 20 gauge, single shot with interchangeable barrels. I thought it was a good idea to get for my son when he was very young. Turned out to be a horrible idea. It's way too light to pretty much shoot any 20 gauge loads with it. Let's try these out. At least start off with the 22 long rifle. Works flawlessly. Okay, now for the 20 gauge loads. Works perfectly.
All right, welcome back. As you saw, the 20 gauge ammo that Saul was shooting and the 22 long rifle ammo worked great after being buried in this box and sealed up for what, almost 14 years.
Some odd years.
Yeah. The MRE was good. Paul tested it for us. The trioxane worked. Everything in that box is just like it was when we put it in the ground. Or they put it in the ground. I wasn't involved in that part. Keep in mind when you do these things that with modern conveniences, with GPS and the such, you can find your stuff easily again. GPS where it is, make sure you save it somewhere if you switch devices, but then you can get back to it. We've shown that you can make caches that will turn out well. And remember, go out and practice and train so you can be the best prepared for the worst case situation.
Thank you, Roy.
You're welcome.